Hello, I'm Alex, and this is my demo for Project 2 for IDS 706. And what I built for this project is a command line tool that converts CSV files to JSON, and that's through a combination of Bash and Python scripts. So high-level overview, what we're looking at here is we take some data from Hugging Face, we put this into GitHub code spaces, and this is all sort of encapsulated by Docker, of course. So on CodeSpace Secrets, we have our Docker Hub authentication, which obviously gives us access to our Docker Hub image. And just a little bit of a snapshot of the Docker file here. I pull from the Python-based image rather than Alpine, just because it was a little bit easier to work with some of the things I wanted, like pip, for example. It just came out a little bit cleaner. But as a consequence, we have a little bit larger of an image than we would have had with something like Alpine. So the very first step to running this project is to run Docker pull on the image itself, and this line right here will accomplish that. So for demonstration purposes, I've made sort of a dummy container called dummy, and we are copying everything in our Docker image into our local repository so that we have access to the actual JSON file that we're going to get as a result of using the program. So what the previous command did is sort of just pulled all of our files from our Docker container into where we're working locally, and that's in this app folder here. So we can cd into that, and you can see these are all the files that I've been working with, but I still would like to run this through Docker itself. So this line right here is going to invoke our script, and we are prompted to enter a link to a data set. So we're going to take this link here, superglue from Hugging Face. And if we put this in here, there are multiple different formats we can get this in. So we're prompted to pick one. So let's just pick 0, which presumably is the default. Of course, we only download the training data with this tool. But once it's finished, we have successfully converted that CSV we downloaded into a JSON file. And we can take a look here. This is our result. Maybe this isn't the best data itself for JSON format, but this does show that the tool works. So that's the crux of the project. All of my scripts are here in the same repository in case anyone wanted to take a look. In terms of next steps, I would like to get continuous integration running on this repository, but some of the stuff I was trying out with Docker was giving me some issues. So given that the deadline's coming up, I'd rather sort of put out that I have a finished tool, and at a later date incorporate these things in once I learn a little bit more about them and kind of work out the kinks in the repository.